everybody. Welcome into Talking Fitchburg on this Tuesday, April 5th, 2022. Jeremy Crosby here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Glad you're tuning in us this evening on an election Tuesday, spring election. Going to be wrapping up here real quick if you're tuning in at 6 p.m. Polls close at 8 p.m. If you're tuning after 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, April 5th, well, the polls are closed. Well, I can tell you tomorrow on Talking Fitchburg Update and the show, we'll have the unofficial results for you. And we'll see what happened. But you'll get all that too tonight from the local media. But we'll share the details on that tomorrow here on Talking Fitchburg. As far as what we've got planned for you on the show today, we'll get you the latest headlines. We're going to talk severe weather, continuing that coverage. It is Severe Weather Awareness Week. So we'll be talking about some of the damage from severe weather well, you're just going to have to stick around and see. And we'll tell you about it and try to get you prepped to be ready for another season. Plus, we'll check in with the Fitchburg Chamber and Business Bureau coming up here in a little bit. First, let's get your headlines. And it is Happy National Library Week. I'm just tongue-tied already. And we just started. It's only a minute 10 in, and we just started. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. Whether you visit in person or virtually, your library can connect you to resources you need. Now is the perfect time to check out fitchburgwi.gov/library or ilovelibraries.org for more information during this National Library Week. Yeah, get on in there. Our library is second to none. So get on in there. It's a lot of fun. And just over there yesterday, I hadn't stepped foot in there in quite a while, and it's still the great place that I remembered it was. So stop in, pick up a book, say hi. It's right there in our backyard. Other news, reducing falls in older adults. Online registration is now open. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 older adults has a fall each year in Wisconsin, and it leads the nation in fall-related deaths for people age 60 and older. The good news is falls are not a normal part of aging and can be prevented. The Stepping On program offered by the Fitchburg Senior Center and Safe Communities of Dane County has been researched and proven to reduce falls by 31%. And that takes the place of Fitchburg Senior Center on Monday, April 18th through June 6th. It'll be skipping the 30th for obvious reasons. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. The cost is $35. Register for the Stepping Up program by contacting the Fitchburg Senior Center at 608-270-4290 or go to the website, fitchburgwi.gov. Go to the website or go to the Senior Center part and then click on Registration tab. You can sign up that way. And this is in-person only event. Waterway cleanups are scheduled for Saturday, April 23rd in the city of Fitchburg. The cleanups are scheduled from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And waterway cleanups include the list. And I don't know that we've seen the list yet. We should check out that and double check and see. But what will happen that day is you can volunteer and come on out and help us clean up those waterways. You're encouraged to wear boots and bring gloves. Vests, bags, and gloves will also be provided. Please be aware there are no facilities for the restrooms during these cleanups. So don't drink a lot of coffee. That's my recommendation. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., April 23rd. All right, moving forward, help seniors and families plan and coordinate and organize every detail of their move for a smooth and easy transition to their new home. With families geographically dispersed and not always able to assist with downsizing or moving forward offer services to fit the needs of clients. There is no higher honor than assisting families in transition, and we do that with compassion. Join the experts from Move Specialists. That's Kathleen Newman in person or Zoom at the Fitchburg Senior Center on Thursday, April 21st at 1 p.m. You can register by calling 608-270-4290 or head over to the website program registration tab on the homepage of the Senior Center's website. Wisconsin Weather Radio isn't the only source for weather information. I feel like this should say Jeremy, because this seems like an Andrew story here. WEA, through your cell phone, can alert you when severe weather is in your area. To learn more, all you got to do is click on that link, which is at the Ready Wisconsin website. This is a great way to get the weather or wireless emergency alerts when you don't have a weather radio. We all know that I am crucial and been very picky about Andrew not having a weather radio. but he assures me that he gets his other emergency information via the wireless emergency alert thing. Turn it on. It's so important to have, and we talked about it yesterday during the digest about having those alerts and receiving them in multiple ways. This is a great way to receive those. While no thunderstorm is alike, and a lot of times we get severe weather, and sometimes it doesn't produce, sometimes it does. When it's your property, your stuff, your life, your loved one, you want to be alerted before something happens. And there's been some rough storms that have happened across the U.S. and right here in Wisconsin. And you look back in December of this past year, 2021, that is, and I mean 10 tornadoes, and there was significant damage all over the place. So you want to be alert, stay up on it, turn that on your cell phone. It's super easy and so important. And we'll talk more about severe weather coming up in the digest today and the rest of this week. Turning our attention to Flight of Lights. I love this. I haven't even taken the kids to it yet. It's going on now through April 17th at the Dane County Regional Airport. Nightly, 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. It's open to all. There is no charge. And it's the third annual Flight for Lights. Kind of crazy, but it's so much fun. If you haven't been out to it, it's so cool. Flights of Lights features 6 even bigger themed spectacular light displays. 6. Wow. That sounds really cool. Plus, watch for brand new special surprises in this year's displays. There's a tribute to the first responders, tropical vacation, spring blooming, cheer on Wisconsin sports, and our heroes and the healthcare providers and favorite destinations. Those are the lineups there. You'll have to check it out, see what they are, which sounds pretty cool. Again, if you haven't done it, it's so much fun. In fact, usually when we do it, we go through it once, then we go through it again because it's just that good. Plus, I love the airport. You know me, I'm a nerd on a lot of things. All right, let's turn our attention to the bird flu and the outbreak that is happening. Avian influenza has been detected in wild and domestic birds in Wisconsin. While it poses little risk to humans, it's important to take steps to prevent its spread from birds to people, including avoiding close contact with wild birds and poultry, not touching dead birds or wildlife, monitoring for flu symptoms if you have had contact with birds or wildlife, and getting a flu shot as well. You can learn more about the avian influenza at dhs.wisconsin.gov/outbreaks/index. I know you're like, index. That's just part of it. And of course, we share the links to all of these stories that we talk about here on Talking Fitchburg when we post up the headlines. You can check out this and all the stories that we went through today, see and learn more from what we shared. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up the digest. Severe weather awareness continues. We're going to be talking about what happens during some of those severe storms. That's coming up next right here on Talking Fitchburg.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me to bed, see you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it. In my head, in my head, in my head. Where you at? Underlay in my head.
Hey, son.
Hey, Bob.
You know you can talk to me.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us.
Ready?
That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu. And especially this year, no one has time to get sick. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in the digest, and we're continuing our talk because it's National Severe Weather Awareness Week here in Wisconsin. Yeah, I shouldn't say that national, just Severe Weather Awareness Week in Wisconsin. They do it nationally all over the place, but ours is this week here in Wisconsin. Let's jump right to it, and we start with severe weather happens everywhere in Wisconsin, and it's true. There's no place in Wisconsin that you can go that you can't get some. There, when you take the, if you ever take the storm spotting class, there's they had a myth buster about would a tornado go, no tornadoes will go through Lake Mendota or Mendota, go around it because there's pressures, this, that. No, severe weather can happen anywhere. And we saw that a water spout happen. It was a couple years ago, but believe on Monona, wasn't it, Andrew? Do you remember that? So I mean, it happens. Some of you have seen it or been through it. I think we've all picked up tree branches and whatnot, but it happens, and that's why we talk about it this whole month we should talk about this whole month, but this whole week here during the Severe Weather Awareness Week. All right, let's talk about the Storm Prediction Center thunderstorm risk outlooks, and this helps identify. And the outlooks are put out ahead of storms coming in the area. They put it out a couple days ahead, and then they keep, fine tuning it. We see it with the snowstorms, like snow's coming in. How bad is it going to be? Well, we keep getting it fine tuned until it gets there, right? Well, we get these. They come out of Norman, Oklahoma, and they go as this. So generally, thunderstorms. General, they'll just say it's usually painted in a light green or blue, and it's just thunderstorms. There could be some lightning, local flooding. From any of the storms. A marginal risk, a 1, isolated severe thunderstorm possible, limited in duration and or coverage and or intensity. We see a lot of that, and we see a lot of slight risk too. Scattered severe storms possible, short-lived or not widespread, isolated intense storms possible. I'd say we see a lot of that. Now, we get into these other ones. I mean, at any point, you should know the risk factors and know that there's storms coming. But when you get into the enhanced, now you're starting to talk about numerous severe thunderstorms possible and will persist and could present widespread or even a few intense storms like heavy hail, damaging winds, like widespread. Other ones we're talking like, might be a little microbursts here and there, small burst of wind out of a storm. And so only a neighborhood gets hit. And you see this all the time, right? Versus we see some of these enhanced or go moderate risk even with the widespread severe storms, likely long-lived, widespread, and intense. We're thinking now derecho, right? That's those long, severe thunderstorm lines that just keep reproducing damage and goes for several states. That's when you're talking about moderate. And high, there's not been too many times I have seen high in Wisconsin. Doesn't mean it can't happen though, right? And you're looking at widespread severe storms expected, long-lived, very widespread, and particularly intense. And when you see that come up, and I feel like we definitely see it in the South quite a bit, but that can't be ruled out here in Wisconsin or the Midwest. But we've definitely seen some moderate times. Usually they're not really big, drawn out circles, but when you see them drawn out, then you hear the word derecho or a long line of severe storms. You got to be ready. These are put out again by the National Weather Service out of Norman, Oklahoma. They're the only ones who put that out, but gets you an idea of what the storms are as they come in. Let's talk about some of the threats from these storms as related. First, damaging winds and home safety. Most frequent type of severe weather vulnerability if you're outside would be camping, like you're under a tree, or boating, a motor or a canoe. Damaging winds, strong winds that can come before the rain even starts. Sometimes we even see this show up on radar. And I'm talking. By the way, I'm talking with experience that I've had. I'm not a meteorologist by any means. We're here to share good safety information. I definitely follow as one of the hobbies I do. I keep up with in what I've seen out there and heard from our weather folk. And we're going to be talking with Tim Hallbach later this week about some of these terms and stuff. But yeah, when you see the winds coming ahead of the storms, when your severe thunderstorm warning, doesn't have to be raining out to get some of those strong winds. Hail. Well, hail's probably coming during the storm, and I don't think you want to be caught outside for any type of hail. How they measure the hail and when it's when considered severe, that's at the quarter inch and above. Quarter inch, a quarter size or 1 inch hail, and then it just increases from there. There have been reports of softball size hail. Do I ever want to see that in my lifetime? Maybe in a freezer, like you picked it up outside your own house, but not mine, unless you need a new roof. Moving on, lightning finally can strike near any storm. If you hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. And at least wait 30 minutes after the last thunder before you head outside. Too many videos out there of people watching, oh, it's raining out. Boom! I don't know if you've ever seen those, but they happen. In fact, this is what you're seeing right here on the screen. So when you hear thunder roar, go indoors, stop all activities. You golfers out there, get off the golf course. We had that lightning strike several years ago now at one of the Madison golf courses where lightning struck. And unfortunately, it electrocuted a couple of people on the golf course. You hear, again, there's no safe place for lightning. So you might as well get inside where you can kind of be safe, but you got to stay away from windows and electronic things. I also like, and this happens so much, and I'm not calling my wife out because I've done it too, but I'm going to go take a shower during the middle of a thunderstorm. You're like, I don't think that's a good idea. Yeah, you might want to wait on that. Just saying. All right, moving on here. If you want to build that safety kit, stay safe. We want to help you do that. We've got some safety tips here of building those kits, and yeah, we want you to stay safe. So create that emergency plan and practice it. Know your designated shelter that is located at your home, work, and school, and be ready to use it when you hear a tornado warning is issued. Have multiple ways to receive those warnings. We talked about that today, and we'll continue to talk about that. Don't rely on any single source for important life-saving information. Spread it around. Get as much as you can. Right? More is better. And, of course, have multiple ways on reaching that. Keep up on the date and daily forecasts in your area and create an emergency kit for your home. If you got it and haven't built it yet, you should. I recommend it. And some of those things you can put in those kits are like flashlights, water, food, non-perishable foods, and blankets, safety kit, meds for the family. I mentioned yesterday, and I'll mention every day this week, I have a safety kit. It is in our shelter area that case anything happens. And included in there are blankets and to cover up if you're in a storm and you're going to go to your shelter. You may want to cover up with something too in case stuff falls down. You're trying to find a place that is a safe area, but still doesn't mean dust debris might fall down on you. So find that place, be safe, and plan ahead when these severe storms come in. And speaking of practicing, there is a practice weather drills, two different tornado drills happening on April 7th, weather dependent, of course. One's at 1:45, is at 6:45, and we just booked it today. We always practice the tornado drill here at City Hall, and Andrew and I have done it where we filmed each other going to the basement, was we were talking about today. But we're going to work with Joe Povemacher and our emergency management. He is the lead here for that, and we're going to interview him during the practice drill. So we're going to show you what's behind the scenes here at the city of Fitchburg as far as getting and using the tornado shelter, and just talk some safety with him as well. But definitely take part in the tornado drill coming up here on the 7th. All right, that does it for me. We'll talk more severe weather later this week here on Talking Fitchburg. For now, we're taking a break. Coming up next, we're talking with the Chamber on a Chamber update. Next, right here on TF.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
You could be spreading the coronavirus without realizing you have it. So follow guidance from authorities where you live and do your part. It's important to limit in-person interaction with anyone outside of your immediate household, but phone and video chat are safe ways to connect. It's also important to limit any social gathering. This advice applies to people of any age, including teens and younger adults. Visit coronavirus.gov for the latest information.
Brandon met a girl on a dating app. He finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving.
She must be a keeper.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Joining today is Brandon. He's from the Fitchburg Chamber Visitor and Business Bureau. Brandon, welcome back to the show. How are you doing today?
I'm great. It's a little bit of a gloomy day, but that's all right. We're happy with the weather that's been coming around. So,
right, we're hopefully on that trend of warmer and nicer temperatures, and that gets the biking going, that gets the walking going, the running, all the fun outdoor activities that Fitchburg has to offer, and so much more. And kind of leads us today where we're going to start, and it's outdoor events coming up. We got some fun ones coming up here. So first, tell us about the farmers market.
Yeah, so we're excited to partner with the Farmers Market. We're one of the sponsors that helps out with that. That's going to be starting back up in May. So May 5th is the opening day, and we'll go all the way through October for the Outdoor Farmers Market here at the Agora Pavilion from 3 to 6 p.m.
And Brandon, if people who haven't been out to our market, what would you say is unique? Because we got this big square one downtown. Yeah, that's a unique Saturday morning thing, but I think ours is pretty unique.
Yeah, the thing that I love about our farmers market is, just all of these local farmers and producers. A lot of times it's not just, your produce. You also have meat. There's someone here who has homemade soaps. One of my favorite things would be the fresh flowers. I love fresh flowers in the spring, and then they're always rotating all throughout. Later in the fall, you'll see a ton of sunflowers too. So, it always brightens up my office, and also I take some home too. Brightens up the home.
I feel like, yeah, the atmosphere with the flower, with the friendly faces, and it's just down to earth people, and just great products. I mean, you walk away there feeling pretty darn good,
Yeah.
because you've helped out so much. But it's that local sense is so awesome. So yeah, and look for the big pavilion. You can't miss it, and that's where the fun is. And we can't. They have their 4 events here too, which are always, I think, even a bonus on top of already the great farmers market.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite events is always the Strawberry Fest because you get strawberry sundaes and all kinds of strawberries out there. That's my favorite fruit, so I'm happy with that day.
I am too. Don't tell a lot of people, so we can you and I can hook up on the strawberries. You guys, Chamber made your first announcement on the first band for I almost said Summerfest, concerts at McKee, and it's better than Summerfest. So there, bam.
Yeah, we did. Follow us at Concerts at McKee on Facebook because you can play along with us. We do a little fun game to announce the bands as they come up. We'll be doing another one this week for the July band. So we just did an announcement and we had a winner. They picked who it was and they were right. So we'll be welcoming Ocean Rush. They're from Milwaukee. It's a really awesome Hawaiian inspired pop band. They're great with jazz, Motown. They love 70s and 80s. I think it's going to be a really fun, interactive band to welcome them to our community. And I think everybody's going to be up on their feet, dancing around and having just a really good time and just enjoying the day. So we're excited to welcome Ocean Rush, but then also we do work with Madison Music Foundry and we'll have a youth band ahead of time. So kind of see some of those up and coming new artists that are excited, to get out there and hopefully build their music careers. So please make sure to come down on June 20th for Ocean Rush as our headliner.
Yeah, it's I'm glad you mentioned the youth band because they kick things off. Sometimes like it's hard rock and I'm laughing and loving every minute of it, but it's such a fun thing and this sounds good. Ocean Rush, huh? Ocean Rush.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, I do a lot of research when I'm trying to find bands. I mean, of course, I have people that reach out to us too, and we definitely take them into consideration. But we listen to bands, we look at their following, we look at what sort of music style they have because we want to make sure we have a diverse group of people coming to Fitchburg because we have so many different residents that live in Fitchburg, and we want to welcome all different kinds of people. So. I look them up and I love their energy. They've been very exciting to work with so far, and I really do think that Fitchburg's really going to like them.
I'm excited. I mean, between the farmers market and concerts at McKee, I mean, does it get any better than that, Brandon? I don't know.
No.
Well, no, we'll end it there. No, you guys do have your annual golf outing coming up as well. Who doesn't like a little golf and a little, networking, a little fun, relaxing day with the chamber?
Yeah, we definitely do. We're really excited to bring back the golf outing again this year. We'll be back at Nakoma Golf Club. We had some really good, last year was our first year there and everybody really enjoyed it. The staff was fantastic. They worked really well with us. And also it's nice to mix it up once in a while. A lot of times golf outings get stuck at the same course every year. So it's really nice to kind of spread the love and check out different places and kind of keep your golf swing, going and trying different, courses, because you don't always get to do Tacoma Golf Course because it's a private club. So we're excited to be able to work with them and get to do that. So we are looking for sponsors. If you're interested in any sponsorships or anything like that, you can feel free to reach out to me. Give us a call at the chamber office. We're happy to help with that too. So excited to welcome people back. Registration is open. So if you're interested in golfing, you can check us out at fitchburgchamber.com and you can get registered there.
Yeah, it's a fun event. I've Fact TV has had it sponsored a hole before, and it's fun to talk with everybody. And it's just a great day out there. It's a nice way again to whether you're a business owner, bring some clients out, just to want to get out there and meet people. It's got a little bit of everything for everyone, plus golf.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely my favorite event. As our event manager here at the Fitchburg Chamber, I love planning the golf outing. It's just a wide range of people, businesses, just having a fun day and, enjoying the weather outside, because it will be a beautiful day. I promise you that. So I make big promises for the golf outing. So, but yeah, we're excited.
Brandon's lock of the day, by the way. We'll have that each and every time. I'm game. I think it's great weather and great event. Well, Brandon, thank you so much for the time. If people want to learn more about any of the events we talked about or what's happening at the chamber, how can they do so?
You can check us out at fitchburgchamber.com and just check out the calendar of events. We always have things going on there, stuff that are done by the chamber, but also done by our members. So please support our members' events that they have going on, whether it's live music or it's just some other professional development type events too, to help expand your career and your knowledge. So please check out fitchburgchamber.com and check out our calendar of events.
Yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming up. The one that stands out to me, by the way, one of the chamber members, an Easter egg hunt at Hop House. Just like Hop House East, it just sounds like they're a good mix. So yes, throwing that out there. But great resources. Brandon, thank you so much. We'll talk to you next month.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You bet. Said check out the chamber's website and follow them on social media. Stay up to date on what's happening out there. And I got to jump on and find out what the clues are next week for the next band. So we'll be excited for that. We'll take a quick break. More to come. You're watching Talking Fitchburg.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood next Thursday.
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg, wrapping up the show. I want to thank the Fitchburg Chamber for joining us. We'll get another update from Brandon coming up real soon. And we'll know some more bands coming up this summer for, I almost said Summerfest, but it's our concerts at McKee. We did get the Summerfest. There's some cool bands there too. Ours are better. All right, let's wrap up. That's all your complaints. Have a great day, everybody.